Hello again, welcome back to that handicapping show. I'm Tom Lamar, joined again by Pete Dank. We hope that you had a great Breeders' Cup. We hope that you made some money. The races were quite interesting for a number of reasons, as we had been talking about earlier. But with the Breeders' Cup over, a lot of racing left, some graded stakes this week, and then of course the jackpot coming up for 2-year-olds, the Cardinal Handicap, some major 2-year-old races in California. Then the opening of the winter meets in Florida and Louisiana, and then soon we'll be talking about the Triple Crown Trail again. So it never ends. This week we're looking at the Cardinal Handicap at Churchill Downs, 1 1/8 for fillies and mares on the turf. Drew a field of 9. Pretty competitive race, probably with a standout, and that standout as far as favoritism goes is probably the lone speed of the race. What do you think, Pete?
Yeah, Daisy Divine, as you said, this is a handicap. She's the high weight at 122. She is the field's only Grade 1 winner, and she looks like lone speed, although not, run away by herself lone speed. I think the rail horse, Busy Caroline, is going to track her, and the outside horse, Julie's Love, is going to stalk from the outside. Both of those are going to be kind of looking to get first run, and will hopefully keep the favorite honest here. But Daisy Divine should go off as the chalk. I don't think there's any doubt about that. One thing about Busy Caroline, I noted she's 3 for 4 at Churchill with 1 second on that turf course. So she should get some support, not only because she's a pretty good filly, but she loves this track.
Yeah, I put her on top, having watched her win at Churchill Downs. Plus, she drew the rail, and she has a hint of early speed. She can kind of keep close enough where he won't lose contact with a leader. And, she's won at the distance. A lot of these mares have not won at the distance, which is strange because they've won longer or they've raced longer.
Including the favorite.
Including the favorite. She has not. And one thing about that, she's run her best races on the lead through relatively soft fractions. And I think maybe with the stretch out, she may actually get a somewhat softer pace up front and could be hard to catch. Calvin Burrell rides her, and he did win with her at Keeneland, won the Grade 3 Valley View last October. So I'm not going to toss Daisy Divine. I think she will be caught by somebody, but I think she's going to hang around for a big piece of it.
Yeah, and she's a calf lane. That's not exactly a sire that inspires confidence going 9 furlongs. So I agree, try to beat her. Busy Caroline looks like the logical second choice to me. A couple other horses, if you think somebody can close into this, number 2, La Cloche. She won a Grade 3 at Belmont last time. I noticed that her last 2 wins were on good turf. Her last 3 wins were at Belmont, so get a price if she's, if you're trying to win at Churchill with her. The other horses that were of interest to me were Last Full Measure, a 4-year-old Empire Maker filly who could be on the improve here. She won her prep race on the Polytrack at Keeneland. And I think the horse that might end up being my key here if she goes off at a good price is Indian Pond. She's shipping down from Woodbine. I watched her runs in the Grade 2 Nassau and the Grade 2 Dance Smartly. She got 3rd and 4th in those races behind Marketing Mix, who's a really solid Grade 1 filly. And I liked what I saw from Indian Pond. She was trying to close. She's probably not a Grade 1, maybe not even a Grade 2 horse, but she fits at the Grade 3 level here. And she ran poorly on Polytrack last time, but I'm willing to toss that for the expected price. Mark Cassie ships her down, hopefully for a reason, if I end up betting on her.
I'm going to throw Fugitive Angel into the mix here. We had talked about her earlier. 7 for 16 life, and she's 4 for 8 on the turf. She's very, very lightly raced. She'll run a couple times and then have layoffs for Jonathan Shepard, but she is pretty consistent. I always thought she'd run well longer. She's never raced 1 1/8. She's actually run well in sprints on synthetic surfaces. Kind of an interesting horse. I think the price will be right, and Sean Bridgman picks up the mount, so I'm going to throw her in my mix. But so you're with who on top? Busy Caroline, or
I think if Indian Pond goes off at a big price, I'm going to end up putting a little win money on her and playing her underneath Busy Caroline, the favorite, and maybe even Julie's Love. Just trying to essentially either do an across-the-board bet on Indian Pot or the exotics equivalent and hit the try or the super if she comes in underneath.
All right. So there you have it, the Cardinal Handicap on Saturday at Churchill Downs. Once again, we'd like to thank Briss for the past performances, and be sure to check out Pete's locksmith picks this weekend at bloodhorse.com. For Pete, I'm Tom. We'll see you next time on That Handicapping Show.